Hello and welcome, PocketWatch here, and it's about time for another episode of IO, and apparently it's like 2 episodes left or something, so yeah, I'm very excited. Let's see how it will go, and maybe I will just record 2 episodes actually in one sitting, or maybe in 2 sittings, but yeah, I will just like finish the road maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, when you're watching this, I'm probably done with the road, but can't say for 100%. All I know that you said that it's about like 2 episodes, so who knows. We'll see. A sweet scent floats about the room. Jesus, why it's so loud? I forgot it's so loud. Or actually my stuff is so loud. Okay, I'll just... Yeah, yeah, okay. I made some coffee, okay. Mami places 4 cups filled to the brim onto the table. Masami brings them over to the other members and then... Oh? She crashed into Kosuke as soon as she turns around, spilling some hot coffee onto his arm, and the rest onto the floor. Okay. Mami grabs an ice pick out of the freezer and reaches to Kosuke's aid. Ice pack. Sorry, not ice pick.
Thank you.
Oh, Kosuke's being hacked, I think. Mami places the ice pack on Kosuke's arm. We know that they can be hacked without even knowing, like they did with Andras, right? Andras had no idea what happened. Masami complains a little as she wipes away the spilled coffee. Kosuke speaks up with an annoyed tone. It really is up to both the people in front and the back to watch their steps. Kosuke's words of disapproval didn't seem to click well with Masami, whose shoulders slowly rise their angles of inclination. Okay. There's a little tension here. More than usual, probably. Masami having some kind of breakdown. Masami suddenly starts getting defensive. Or maybe it's Masami that's hacked, actually. Ah. Ah. This is very I think like one or both of them are being hacked right now. Okay. This is very interesting and effective way of like cyber fight basically here. Like you don't have to like fry their brains, just make them like go against each other. Ah. Looks like our attempts to stomp out the fire have done nothing but spread it further. Okay. Yeah, something's wrong with Masami. What a sudden question. Yeah, something wrong with her. That question breaks the entire room to silence. Silence that quickly gets unbearable. Yeah, she's not herself. I sink back into my seat when she staggers at me. I'm sorry, Kosuke. Forgive your leader for weakness. Masami closes the distance step by step, with each step another bit of sweat exudes from Kosuke's brow, like a frog captured by a snake. Finally, Kosuke looks down, hanging his head in shame. Masami grabs Kosuke by the collar. Okay. Yeah, this is very weird. The entire situation has Miami cowering in fear. She might be able to cope with thoughts she never ever even considered before this moment.
ザミちゃん、ちょっと落ち、こうちゃんもう。
Ika and I try to pry Masami off him.
何よ何よ。みんなして、コウスケの味方ばっかりして。
Why you are like that? Kosuke takes a single look at Mayumi before looking back towards Masami.
この事件が解決したら、俺はきちんと答えを出す。必ずそうするから。
Masami formerly upward slanted eyebrows came crashing down. Her gaze remains pointed at Kosuke, but those eyes of hers are cold and seeing devoid of light.
どうしてみんなまゆみばっかり。私の方が長くできるのに。
This, like, you can see from the sentence that it's almost like not her speaking. Like, she already knows that there are people better than her in hacking and stuff. And now she's like saying something similar to like what she would used to say, that she's like amazing, awesome, and like, yeah, she didn't even like fear he and stuff, you know? Like, I'm the one who can actually do anything.
姉ちゃん。
Masami bites her lip and glares at Mayumi.
サミー。
And she ran off. Yeah, okay, something's wrong with her. Before I get the chance to stop her, she bursts out of the apartment in tears. Mayumi can do nothing but stare at the slammed door. Have I done the death flag for Masami before? Probably, right?
ごめんなさい。
Is that another one?
今日はもう帰ります。
They will find her with fried brain or something?
コウスケ、あなた。
また明日。
こうちゃん。
Yeah, the team is falling apart suddenly. This is so weird.
なんでこうなるの？
Like, you were supposed to fight together, and suddenly, like, you are all getting break up. You got intercepted by the code. They just, like, did something to like, either only Masami or Masami and Kosuke. Mayumi sinks to the floor.
先輩。
Mika looks at me in open bewilderment. Masami and Kosuke. Now that neither of them is present, the room feels cold as death.
ユミも帰りますね。あ、それじゃ。
Okay. Actually, the attack is supposed to, like, happen in, like, few days or something, right? I forgot the date, but... yeah. I mean, if you think about this, the attack on the Exarch is supposed to happen in a few days, and it was never said that they will not attack them sooner. That's what they said, right? Like, they will find them one per one. So yeah. Despite our past record of unity, our members have now just had a falling out. Now that we prepared for the decisive battle of code, just how long can we keep this up? That's a choice? Yo, what? Withdraw here and now, believe in ourselves. It's exactly the same thing like with the last episode. If we withdraw here, we're pretty much dead. Like, they will find us and just pick us up one per one. I think we should just believe in ourselves, you know, like, power of friendship and stuff. Let's go. Like, we are already in this. Like, we have to, like, we can as well just go with this, you know? Like, there's no reason to withdraw. Like, they will just find us anyway. Discord resounds with criminal. It feels as if our gears had derailed, just like what happened at Anaoki's collapse. Is criminal going to collapse just like Anaoki, when we became inclined to turn doubtful eyes towards each other? No, that's not the case. We spent a long time solidifying bonds, so to not repeat Anaoki mistakes. I still believe that even those kids on other side can return to their own old ways in due time, but we are currently short on time. I grasp my rosary and lift up a prayer from the bottom of my heart.
私たちを見守っててください。お姉様。
Okay. Wow, that was fast. Okay.
それじゃあ確認取るわね。
Bootstrap. Okay. The day of the decisive battle. Okay, so now it's the time when Exar is attacking. I mean, Exar being attacked. All members and criminal gather in my room to wait for the designed time.
A 班は私が構成でマグダレーンがバックアップ。B 班は L が構成で R がバックアップ。XS はいつも通り全員のモニタリングと中継ね。はい。相手の施設侵入とともに作戦を開始。気を抜かないでとことん妨害してやりましょう。
思う存分暴れ回ってやろう。
Equus seems awfully into it. Perhaps he's focusing hard on the current mission as to drive the double problem out of his head.
ある。しっかり援護頼むわよ。頑張ろうね。お姉ちゃん。
Okay, it seems to be back to normal. Focusing on the task. Good. The double seems to have returned to their normal friendly sisterly relationship, at least ostensibly. Elle always has been critical of codes as well as he terrorist activities. Let's just hope that mission will strike away her heart misgivings. Yeah, like they're like opposites. Like Yumi is actually admiring he, and Sami is against him. And Yumi wanted to say something about he, but she never like managed to. I'm very curious, like what happened, because we never got this information from the net. What Yumi found about he, because she said apparently he did something, but she stopped herself, and then we had the eye thing happening. Very curious.
しっかり先輩のことを援護します。
Maybe we'll know when we replay the game. I mean, replay the road and flip the answers, basically. Flip the, like, picks that we did. So, in the replay, basically, we're going to go alone, I guess, in everything, because I'm kind of bonding them together in this playthrough, it seems. So, we'll see. I'll protect you to the best of my ability. Yeah, okay. In general, everyone's morale is considerably high. So high, I'm sure it scared the hell out of the code. And we may have gone through a lot of hardships to get this far, but Mika and I searched for Masami the day she rushed out and never come back. Okay. Yumi wanted to tag along too, but there was no way we could let her meet with Sami like that. Okay. I searched the arcade, the bookstore, Michizuki, and even at Dev's Crossroads, but Masami wasn't in any of those places. At a loss, I concluded that maybe she went back to my apartment, so I decided to head back when... Oh. So she really had a crash out. So that was not just because of hacking. Okay, so I think that Masami may like Kosuke. At least that's what it looks like to me. And she, like, the reality of, like, situation hit her that they may not survive this, or one of them. And she wanted to, like, confirm his feelings, basically. I think, like, that's what's happening. I find Masami crying by the riverside. Masami vigorously rubs at her face in an attempt to erase evidence of her tears. Futile, yet enduring attempt.
ねえサミー、帰ろう。ミカもマイミもコウスケもみんな心配してるよ。いや、コウスケもユミも大嫌い。
Yeah, she's jealous of Yumi. Yeah, it seems like.
サミー、ほっといてください。明日になったらまた顔を出しますか。
Human emotions are difficult at best. Especially love. Not even the great Lady Ishtar can smooth this one
しょ
over.
うがない。
Huh.
私も付き合うか。
Okay, so I was wrong about the hacking thing. Okay. So it turned into White Album now.
リーダー。
I sit next to Sami and lean back on the fence as well. Oh, almost forgot. Better tell Mika that I found Masami.
あ、ミカちゃん？リーダー、もしかして。うん。サミは見つかったわ。でね、ミカちゃんにお願いがあるんだけど。
Okay, what favor?
マンションに戻ってコウスケとユミにもそう知らせてほしいの。わかりました。
Okay.
でも先輩はどう？しばらくサミに付き合うことにした。遅くなるようだったら先に寝ちゃってていいから。ね、待って。気持ちは嬉しいけど無理は禁物よ。はい。おやすみなさい。ごめんごめん、待たせちゃって。 どうして私に付き合うなんて言うんですか？
You're a precious part of this team.
変かな？だって私なんてまゆみみたいに愛嬌ないし。
Yeah, okay. She's doing crush out, yep. More tears starts to well up in Masami's eyes.
こうちゃんはさ、今度の件が終わればはっきりするって言ってたじゃない。
Yeah.
だからそれまではサミも負けたわけじゃないでしょ。でもコウスケ、絶対ユミの方が好きだもん。
I mean, you are pretty threatening, and he's been frustrated when you ask him that, so I assume he likes you, but he doesn't know how to approach you. He's just very friendly with Yumi, because Yumi is easy to approach and to talk. I think that's the case. He might be into you too.
そうかもね。
Yeah.
でも、ものは考えようだと。
Exactly.
こんなこと言うとコウスケには悪いんだけど、告白してもユミが OK するとは限らないわけでしょ。ほら、ユミは青いひなたって男の子に興味があるみたいだし。
That is a good point as well.
あんなのユミには釣り合いません。プレーでデリカシーがなくて、おまけに口も悪いし、それにひょっとしたらコードとつながってるかもって。ユミのこともコウスケのこともサミは嫌いじゃないから。だからさ、今度のことが終わるまででいいから。
I bow my head to her.
困ります。終わってからならこうちゃんをかけて姉妹喧嘩でもね。
Yeah.
ごめんなさい。
When we all die, so...
コウスケのことでドタバタしちゃって大事な時だっていうのに。ああ、それはさ、サミだけが悪かったわけ。でもそう言ってくれるってことはユミと仲直りしてもいいってことだよ。ずっとユミの顔を見ずに。
Oh no, Yumi's going to die. Yeah, I just made that death flag by thinking this as the foreshadowing. It's not like I can live my rest of my life without looking at Yumi's face. Yumi's going to die and you will have to live the rest of your life without her face. Yeah, I'm calling this.
ありがとう、マサミ。
Just in case, yeah, I'm I'm going to put death flags on everyone. I hold Masami close and pat her head. Also, Kosuke and Masami probably going to get together. So Masami is going to be at least, like, you know, comforted by Kosuke after Yumi's death. Yeah, that kind of ending. The same way on the semi to do to me. Masami stays at my place at night, and I escort her to the day on the day of reconciliation. Yumi never intended to fight with Sami in the first place, and Kosuke seems to understand his own half-baked attitude that started this whole mess. So a temporary armistice has been established, but... Okay, there she is. Ishtar. Rarely having you. We're having your sprite more than Hinata, that's for sure. But it's still rare. I mean, usually we have first-person perspective from you, so... Huge weight had been lifted off my shoulders now that all the confusion had been settled. I'm exhausted, yet for some reason, I can't get a wink of sleep. So, out of habit, I end up lounging in the living room. But I really should be resting to regain my strength for tomorrow. Either way, it's too much of the hassle to turn on the TV, so I just stare blankly into the exabyte crystal, which is lying on the floor. Yeah, about this crystal, thank you for bringing this up again. Remember that, like, weird recording that you don't recognize, and somehow you are on this recording with he? Like, what was that? Like, who made this recording? Like, is it like just simulation? Like, what was that? Why do you even have this crystal? Like, I think I forgot or I missed this. Like, what's the origin of this crystal? Like, who gave this to her? I really forgot, I think. Let me know in the comments. Is that like her sister? Like, something that her sister left? Is this like some kind of simulation that her sister put here or something? Like, I don't know. Gazing into the crystal ball seems to sharpen my senses. I feel as if I'm diving deeper and deeper inside myself, as if I'm drawing out my very own essence. I'm sure that little ectoplasmic Ishtar-chan, that looping around above my head, dancing around and sipping some more on some tea. Meanwhile, some sort of image starts to fade into the crystal ball surface. Silhouettes. Two of them it seems, but what exactly? Again?
一体どうしたの？いきなり呼び出したりして。
Okay, that sounds like Ishtar. At first, a silhouette of the woman brandishing a white cane. Okay. Onesama. Oh, okay. It was her sister. Okay. With Nergal. Why you have these, like, things in this ball? Like, what is this thing? The other, the grumpy man who always looks like he's beaten into something. Bitter. Nergal. Blunt words in his hands is a transparent orb. In other words, the same orb I'm peering into now. Okay, so that was given by Nergal?
水晶球かしら。光も見えない女に。
Oh, she was blind. Yo, what? Okay, that's new.
いや違うんだ。これはただの水晶球じゃねえ。極秘で最新型の記憶。
Okay.
これが
The exabyte crystal was a gift from Nergal to Onesama. Yeah, okay. So we have origin of this crystal now, okay. I thought I forgot about, like, origin of this. Okay.
でもどこから手に入れたの？
俺たちのシステムにいずれ必ず。
We'll see a need for this guy sooner or later. You mean he?
それならアヌかエアにでもあげるべきじゃない？
Okay.
確かにあんたはバビロンの運営には積極的に関わっちゃいないだろう。だが何かあった時に解決の糸口を。
Eresh.
エレシュ
Interesting.
いつもあんただ。
There's no Wikipedia for her.
でもみんな頼りにしてるんだぜ。もちろん俺も。
That's certainly true, though Anu was the one to organize Anoki. The emotional pillar of support behind the scenes was Onesama.
だからいざという時のためにあんたに持っててもらいたいんだよ。
So is this ball like recording in real life or something? Like we have this scene, so I assume it's true, or maybe it's also fabricated, because that makes no sense if this thing records in real life, because Ishtar saw herself with he, like with guns and stuff. Like what? Like that scene made no sense. That was like some kind of like fabricated memory or like simulation or something. But this I could consider as like live recording basically. I don't know. This is weird.
そこまで言うならもらっておいてあげる。
そうか。そいつはよかった。
Okay. So he liked her. The strangely satisfied Nergal was the last thing visible from the image before the image fades away.
先輩？
Interesting. My consciousness suddenly comes back when I'm called on. Ectoplasmic me, which had gone off to solve chess problems above my head, instantly rushes back inside through my mouth and nose.
ミカちゃんじゃない。一体どうしたの？
Huh. Still feel a little woozy. Am I tripping?
どうしたって。先輩、いくら呼んでも返事してくれない
Been
から。
diving deep. I'm always like that when I get into a trance.
ごめん。ちょっとぼーっとしちゃって。でも、明日は大変ですから、早く寝た方がいいですよ。
And none of them, like, actually... Like, so... This image is only showing to Ishtar randomly? Like, no one ever questioning this? No one checked this thing from the code? Like, none of them, like, checked, like, what's in, like, this, like, extra byte, like, storage ball? I'm confused on existence of this item. This is like this crystal ball is like most confusing thing in this whole game. I mean, probably not, but like I don't get this.
そうする。
Like, why no one questioned this? No one checked this? Like, how the... Anyway. Anyhow, it must be a good omen to come across an image of Onessa at such opportune time. That's what I believe. And so, well, I guess this sort of thing happened. I fate as the leader aside. I'm gonna take out all the pent-up stress and code and beat them down.
アンドラスご一行様がデータセンターに近づいてます。
Okay, the fighting time. Let's go. The attack on Exarch. And here they finally are. Looks like the enemy really was fixated on the date being today.
みんな気合い入れていくよ。
He is going to help the attack on Exarch, I'm 100% sure. I don't know what this guy is up to, but he once helped hacking into Exarch, so I think like they will just hire him for another job here. I'm very curious what's his deal, like what's his ultimate goal, because he's like operating on very shade area, right? He's like freelance on like doing whatever he wants, basically. He's like invincible, like hacker, right? He's a legend. So yeah, what he wants to gain from this. We group up into two teams and dive into the net in the fighter jet style formation.
セキュリティシステム解析開始。ただいま解析中。解析完了。対処プログラムの検索を開始。セキュリティコントロールプログラム発動します。
Okay. Once B team seized control of the data center, security a rough sketch projects onto Kosuke's screen.
あれ嫌に簡単にセキュリティ通りましたね。
Suspicious.
そうね。ちゃんと増強するように警告したんだけどな。
Ah,
先輩の作成したプログラムが完璧だったんですよ。
I don't think so.
だといいんだけど。
It bothers me, but the more time I spend thinking, the more time the enemy has to invade. Time to get busy.
カズはアンドラスとシンたちは今どこまで侵入してる？
今のところ敵は3組。アンドラスには A5 を通過中。他は C2 と J4 です。
How many people in one squad? 2? 3? Well, that's a lot of people anyway. And this is just one like squad of Andras.
それじゃあ A 班は一番進行の早い A5 の B 班は J4 の妨害を開始して。了解。
Okay.
よし。まずはこれ以上奥へ進めなくするわよ。マグダレン、遮蔽扉の確認を。
Their intended function is to prevent fire from spreading, but they will also prevent people from spreading as well.
遮蔽扉のスイッチを確認。扉閉鎖まで15秒です。
It's weird. Like it feels like Code are alone on this. Like Exarch are not even trying to protect themselves. Like it seems like look, like these guys are like in the building already. There's no one to stop them. They got info beforehand. There's like this info was like not sent further. Did we told someone who intercepted the message? Was it never actually sent to Exarch? Ah, this is not good.
じゃあまずは手前で注意をそらした方がいいわね。マグダレンは10秒後にプログラム。わかりました。プログラム作動準備。そしたらこっちは一瞬だけ足止めができればいい。
うお、なんだなんだ。
Sudden light shut off in the corridor halts Andra's group and caused them to glance around nervously.
マグダレン、今よ。はい。遮蔽扉。
なんだ今の音は。
ああ、C 様、扉が。
くそ、走るぞ。
Andra's group hastens into the darkened hallway with such uncertain gait. This is bad, we might not make it in time. Is there anything nearby that can help stop them? This will do.
それいけ。びっくりドッキリなるほどブザー。
Oh, okay, the alarms. The sudden sounding of alarms caused Andras and this man to stop sprinting. Also, the alarm should like actually tell the staff in Exarch that shit is happening. even if they would not get any info beforehand, that this should be pretty obvious that something is happening.
閉鎖完了です。よし、いい感じだわ。エクエス、近くに出口は？
すぐ隣の J5 から K2、すぐに右折すれば K1 のゲートに出るぞ。
よし、じゃあ誘い込み作戦開始。ある、よろしくね。はい。エクサーク社員のホログラムを作成します。
Okay. Miami runs the program and 3D holograms project from the corner a little bit away from
ホロ
J4.
グラムを移動させるわ。SE を合わせて。了
Okay.
解。
Footsteps resound through the corridor in sync with the hologram's motion. Okay, so they try to make it look like stuff is like walking through this corridor. Okay. What is actual stuff? Also, bald guys appeared on the screen number, I don't know, 15 time something? I don't know. I'm still like very curious about what you said before, like mentioned, and I never thought about this before, right? Like, the main bad NPCs basically in Babylon are designed after like these guys. I don't know, maybe I'm just thinking too much or you just trolled me, but like, yeah, like Exarch and Edox made these guys as the main NPC, like bad NPCs. I mean, if you think about this, if Code are Edox, then that would make sense that they put these guys as the, like, guards, basically, or, like, fighting force in the game. Yeah, anyway. Enough talking. The Code members take cover in J5. They're dumb. I mean, it's smart. Because, like, what would you do, right? Like, you have to hide. They repeat the process and operate dummies from K2 to drive the man out of the exit gate. Okay. Smart of them.
B 班、敵を目標からの締め出しに成功しました。
おお、LR でかした。あと残ってるのは C2 だったっけ？
今は C4 まで進んでいます。
よしよし、なかなか順調だわね。この調子で一気に行くわよ。
Also, this is just 3 squads from Andras. We still have Nergal and something on T. Tezuna? Something like that. And thus we head off to deal with the last group. When?
ナブー様から緊急のホットラインです。ナブー様から緊急のホットラインです。
Okay, from Nabu. Who is Nabu? She tries to contact Nabu, right? Oh yeah. Nabu is the guy in the shop, I think. I'm still like confused with like this like all the names from the myths. I'm sorry. At least I recognize who's Nergal, okay?
なんですって？
Isn't that like Ishtar couldn't like contact someone I remember or something in the previous episode or some episodes ago? Was that Nabu? Back in our Anoiki day, we established an emergency line for direct communication among ourselves. As is our style, we set it to use a unique frequency band, reducing outside interference to negligible levels. I find myself in need to recollect myself in light of the abrupt call.
もしもし。
Yeah? His voice monotonous, yet last with tension.
やっぱりナブーなの？久しぶりね。いきなりどうし
Nabu is an extra employee. Is he fighting off code like we are? But still, why would Nabu call me now? He's never even contacted me once since he left Anoki. At least save my daughter. What?
娘って
I'm confused.
それ
I'm really not following here. My daughter, coworker and I locked ourselves in the data center, okay.
なんですって？なんであなたそんなとこにいるの？
ここに私の研究室がある。今日は席を外してます。突然娘が研究室を訪ねて
She was okay.
戻らざるを得なかった。
Uh-huh. Come to think of it, there hasn't been much of a resistance on the Exarch part. Yeah, like, that's what I was saying. Like, this is weird as hell. Is there strangely insufficient security due to the majority of the staff taking refuge?
セキュリティの再ダッシュはできないの？
今やっているが、とてと時間が圧倒的に不足し、高度の連中も手を緩める気配はない。
Okay.
そうか、そうだよね。
True, Nabu doesn't rely on others unless it's absolutely necessary. But if I'm to take his request, it would mean putting my life on the line at the very least. And likely the lives of the other members as well.
報酬は君が望むだけ用意。必要なら生涯にわたって払い続けた。
そんな、そこまで要求し。
ああ、君が報酬の高で動く人間ではないことは分かっている。だが、私の気持ちだと思ってほしい。でなくても、
Okay, so save random daughter of our friend. And we never knew that he had a daughter. Okay. She must be precious to him. I mean, apparently his daughter, right? Obviously she's precious to him. Me? I've got Onasama and everyone as criminal. I don't want to lose a single one of them. A sudden chill runs down my spine.
お願いだ。私が今連絡が取れて、救援が間に合いそうなのは君のチームしかいない。
Okay, and he got cut off. The line that should never get cut just got cut. Code must have jumped it. Threat looms closer every second. If I sit by and let Nabu die here, I will regret it for the rest of my life, but still.
どうしたんですか？
I've learned from prior experience that it's useless trying to hide things from my friends.
というわけで、
Okay.
こんな時になんだけど、ナブーとその娘さん、それにもう一人の
And
研
researcher,
究
yeah.
員を助け出すという依頼が来たの。
I rushed an explanation, but still can't decide whether or not it's okay to get everyone else involved.
絶対助けに行くべきです。ある。
The first to jump is In is R, surprisingly enough.
そうです。まさかまた一人でやろうとか考えてないですよね。そのナブーって人の願い叶えてあげたい。じゃないとリーダーだけじゃなく、きっと私も後悔する。
Like, even if I would like have a choice right there on this phone call, I would go with like save a daughter. I don't want to like go now and explain my reasoning process, but basically I would pick the save a daughter basically, or not save a daughter. So I would pick save the daughter. So I'm on part with these guys.
見過ごせるわけありませんよ。
みんなありがとう。
Everyone accepting this request with open arms. I'm happy, but it pains my heart.
それじゃあ決まりですね。何にしても作戦を立ててからよ。助け出すには誰かが実際にデータセンターまで出向かなくてはならないのよね。
Yeah. Probably it's we're going to send Kosuke or we are going to go ourselves. Probably we will go ourselves, I think.
でもそうするとネットでのコードへの対応がおろそかになって状況は一気に劣勢になるかもしれないわ。
Yeah.
俺が行くよ。モニタリングなしでもみんな大丈夫だよ。
Okay. And who will support him through the network? This certainly is the most natural plan, but if he runs into code reinforcements, it will be Kosuke who is put into harm's way. Yeah.
あんた一人じゃ何やらかすかわからないでしょ。
Do we leave the rescue operation to those two and have the remaining members eliminate Code? Or do we all go fight Code on the spot together? Both options have their pros and cons. Oh wait, what? Guys, there's so many choices that seems to be important in this road. I did not have this feeling in Hinata Road, to be honest. Hinata Road was like full of like illusions, weird visions, wasn't sure if what was real or not. Here it's like every step is like important. Like what? Okay. Let's see. 1 second. Send someone to actually go, yeah. Cut down the numbers, so disadvantage on the code, yeah. And if we split, then Kosk is going to be in the harm's way. You know what? Let's go together. You are in this. I don't want to split. I mean, that would be... Like, both have pros and cons, like they said, right? Like, if we go together, we won't have anyone, probably, to really, like, secure the network. Right? So... And also, splitting may mean that Koska might die. But we are going to have some people on network. Like, the most optimal choice is probably to split into 2 teams, to be honest. Like, it gives us, like, a little bit of, like, defense on the net side, and we can still fight inside of the building. But... it feels like it's, like, weakening us. And if we go together, if we leave the net, basically, that may mean that we will going to lose whatever they try to, like, steal or destroy within Exarch data center from the net perspective. But we are probably most likely going to manage to save a daughter. Oh, this is actually hard. But I will go together. I will just, like, believe in this team and hope for the best, to be honest, at this point. Like I said, split into 2 teams is, like, most optimal way, probably. It may work. But, like, somehow I'm leading into this. So I'm going to go together. I think I'm just leaving Exarch, net, and data center to lose. I think. Sadly, but... You know, we are talking about Exarch data and Babylon, whatever, like, virtual world, versus, like, you know, daughter of our friend, and... yeah. On the other hand, like, yeah, Babylon is, like, making people crazy and, like, yeah, not good, but still. Anyway, let's continue. You can let me know in the comments what you pick, actually, because that's actually pretty hard decision for me. So I wonder what you would pick in this situation.
そうしたらコードの駆除はどうするんですか？電脳化されてないコウスケはみんなのボディーガード。他のメンバーは現実世界を歩きつつ電波にも挑むという手段を取る。
Damn, holy crap. Okay.
なるほどね。
Reaction times will drop a little, but it's the best we all stick together. At the very least, it's infinitely better than sending just a portion of the group into danger.
それじゃ予定を急遽変更してデータセンターに乗り込むわよ。了解。
Yeah. That's right, we're a team, and we help each other out, and everyone and overcome any difficulty that comes our way.
じゃあ出発前に
I take out the guns I had bought from Nergal in case something like this would happen, and line them up on the table. Okay, we're getting serious here. Also, I have a feeling like if I replay this road, because like this choice is very specific to our team being together, right? I have a feeling like when I will replay this road and pick different options, I will not get to this part. Because like the other options are more like selfish or like self-centered instead of like team bonding. So we may not even have this. Like maybe we are going to like fight alone. There was like that one option, right? I don't know, we'll see. That's for like future episodes. And who knows if I will like replay instantly or maybe later. Haven't decided yet. And apparently it's complicated and you can just tell me. So I'll just do whatever the fuck I want. Yeah. I mean, they're going to try to shoot us too.
リアルで身を守るには武器が必要でしょ。でもユミちゃん、今回はほぼ間違いなくリアルでも戦闘になる。それは私たちの命が危険にさらされるということだけじゃなくて、
自らの手で人を殺してしまうかもしれない。
そうね。武器を持つ以上当然よね。
Yeah, we just armed like bunch of teenagers. What the hell?
私がこの手で進んで使う必要はない。でもコードは本気よ。
Yeah.
こちらが甘い覚悟で臨んだらあっという間に命はない。
I think they will hesitate. Like they're going to something going to happen. They will hesitate, and someone's going to die. I'm thinking I'm still like death flagging Yumi for this.
覚悟か。
I know deeply at the word. Because like if you think about this, like Yumi death is going to like bond Kosuke and Sami together and give them the determination to push forward. She's going to die 100%. I'm sure. I have no experience in killing people, but if anyone here is forced into that experience and will share in their suffering, that's my firm resolve.
私は最初から決まってる。自分の身は自分で守るわ。それに仲間のためだったら撃つことはためらわない。
On the other hand, now I remember, they are the IC, so they're imaginary children, and they're pretty detached from reality. Like Masami was talking before, like without really thinking about like killing others, right? So maybe actually they will actually shoot. Maybe they will actually not hesitate. So my theory may go bad, yeah. Maybe Yumi is not going to die actually. Maybe not, maybe I was wrong. But it's like 50-50. She will die or not. Everything is 50-50. It's yes or no.
みんなを守りたいです。
They double look at each other in the eyes and nod. They're really insane at crucial times like this. The first to step forward is L.
私はこれがいい。
Actually, higher chance of dying now when I think about like there being imaginary children, right? Detached from reality. Probably will be easier for them to shoot. Now I think about this that maybe Kosuke is going to die. I mean, he have like he's from Cyberforce. He have like experience probably with shooting guns on like some shooting range or something. He used like yeah rubber balls and stuff, but still, maybe he's going to die. Anyway, I would give him more chances to die now. Yeah. Kosuke is like higher on the scale of danger now. Seagarm's SP229, low risk, sturdy build gun that packs a 13+1 round magazine capacity despite its small size. You could say it's kinda matches her.
絶対生きて帰って。
She speaks as if to tell herself, and you as well, and us as well.
お姉ちゃん、どういうのがいいのかユミよくわからないんだけど。そうね。ユミはトロインだから間違って暴発させ。
Yeah, probably the safest option, yeah. The gun L pushes onto air is the unique German-built pistol with special grip safety built into to reduce the risk of misfire. Heckler Koch, P7M13. They have Heckler Koch, okay. I see definitely. I see that definitely does suit R.
使い方がよくわからないから撃たないで済むといい。
Maybe she's going to actually die. Despite our sad derisive words, her grip technique looks oddly professional. Quite an enigma. Okay, never mind then. She's actually professional for whatever reasons. I mean, if you think about this, they probably like fight with guns inside the Babylon, and since like they're imaginary children, they think like Babylon stuff is like more real to them, at least like it feels more real to them. So they have like virtual experience that follows through the real world. If you think about this, that's scary. That's a scary concept.
本当はこういうのは苦手だけど、先輩やみんなを守るためだったら。
Magdalene chooses the Remington Double Derringer, a small two-barreled top-break handgun. It suits Mika quite well, but since it has little utility outside of self-defense, I'm a little worried.
先輩の思い、確かに受け取りましたから。
I want to put death flag on all of them right now. I don't know who's going to die. Place your bets in the comments. And with these words, she embraces the gun. Mika-chan, that's not a charm bracelet or an amulet of some sort. Well, I guess it kinda is. As for me, I do the 5-round Smith & Wesson M16 Lady Smith. Place it in its holster and hang it on my waist. The weight of the weapon is that of both anxiety and insurance.
ほら、エクエスも。
俺は実銃はいいです。
Okay, you are going to die. Or Yumi is going to die because you had no real weapon and you could not protect, you could not stop the attackers. And you will feel guilty. Maybe that's the storyline here. I'm making so many like conspiracy theories right now. With those words, Equus presents his rubber bullet loaded to the AUG.
でもそれでテロリスト相手に十分だ。
それは
Yeah. His face is pained with hesitation. Can't blame him. It must be scary to carry a lethal weapon capable of a bloodshed. I pick up a magazine, place it at the corner of the table and hand it to Kosuke.
持っていきなさい。
何ですか。
ネルガル特製のスタンダン。
Stun bullets.
相
Okay.
手は瞬時に気絶するからマンストッピングパワーはむしろ実弾より高い。まさしく死の商人の面目役女ね。
Okay. Okay. That's good. Well, they cannot like penetrate any kind of armor or walls or anything, probably, but yeah, that's better than the rubber bullets.
死なないんですね。だったらもらっておきます。
Okay.
あら、現金だこと。
Very interesting. Kosuke's from Cyberforce. You would think that his father and like his family in general deal with like terrorists and probably kill some of them already and stuff. And he feels very pacifist. I guess the one flaw of our knight in shining armor here is that he's too nice. So I guess it's a good thing, huh? Maybe he's going to actually die. He's too nice for this.
特殊な弾だから残念ながら拳銃用はないのよ。
Okay.
ライフル用だけ。そうなんだ。それじゃみんな準備はいい？
Yeah, Yumi is like, oh, that's no matter. Yeah, oh yeah, no matter. Good, everyone's in sync. Time to start the mission. We'll succeed without a single casualty. I hope so, but I also do not believe that. Black virus. Okay. Well, we're going to attack the Exarch in physical way in the next episode. So I think you was right. 2 episodes until the end. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. I'm very afraid. I think like we're going to have at least 1 casualty here. I'm not sure who, but either Yumi or Kosuke is going to die. Possibly Yumi. Because that would be like driving force for Masami and Kosuke, for both of them. In like, you know, terms of story. If Kosuke would die, that would be pretty much only the driving force for Masami. So I think like we would wait 1 life for 2. Unless it's more dark. Anyway, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. So click that like button if you liked the episode. Subscribe for more, check my Discord, and become a member if you would like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again, and from Pocket Watch, it's going out.